What's up, Packer fans? Coach Hahn here with you in the film room on behalf of Packernet.com. Got an awesome question from my man, Matt Kubis. Matt wanted to know, Coach Hahn, could you take a look at why the Packers are doing so well in pass blocking? And this is a huge passion of mine, but unfortunately, there's no way for me to go ahead and explain it all in one video. Otherwise, it's going to be like a half-hour video, and ain't none of you going to sit down and watch a half-hour video. So what I've decided to do is go ahead and break this apart into a series. We're going to do a 5-part series taking a look at why Green Bay is so very efficient in pass blocking. So the very first thing we're going to start out with is the scheme of it, or just some of the different ways that they draw up a bunch of pass blocking. Okay, so the first S of the 5 S's of Green Bay's pass pro is scheme. And we're going to take a look right here in the Minnesota Viking game from week 1. We're going to take a look at an awesome little scheme development that the Packers have built in to just about every one of their plays. You'll notice Green Bay right here is an empty. That's 5 wide. They got a running back out here. I believe that's Jamaal Williams out wide. And what Rodgers is going to do is he's going to identify that in empty, Minnesota is going to bring pressure. So he will go ahead and signal Jamaal Williams to come back into the box right beside him, get out of empty and more of a 10 personnel look, and then he's going to dictate exactly where he should go in pass pro. Then the entire offensive line is going to slide left, and Williams is going to use a little bit of what we call a peak protection. And when we get to the end zone shot, I'll be able to show you that just a little bit more. But having that scheme ability to check out of that stuff really allows Rodgers some one-on-one opportunities on the outside when he sees pressure coming. So here we have Minnesota showing obvious pressure. Okay, the possibility is they could bring 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, obviously, Green Bay only has 6 blockers. So what they're going to use is peak protection from slide. So Bakhtiari will slide and then bring the entire offensive line with him. They're all going to slide to the left, right here, right here, right here, and right here. They're going to leave this defender alone for the time being, and he'll be Rodgers' hot read. Okay, so if everybody comes in 7, he's going to go ahead and throw the little snag route they have coming behind this defender. He's going to throw that hot or throw that out immediately. Williams is also going to take a peek here just to make sure that that edge rusher isn't coming. So you'll see his first steps go right, and then he's also going to spy this backer to outside pressure. Okay, this backer should be picked up by the slide from Corey Linsley, so he will work this way and then peel back for Harrison Smith, the safety, coming off the edge. What the Vikings are hoping is that the Packers don't check into slide. They run some man, and they'll get a free rusher right here from Harrison Smith, and the Packers will slide to this. But the Packers do a really nice job of sliding to the pressure, and Williams will pick up just enough of Harrison Smith for Rodgers to get this ball to Davante Adams on the edge for a nice gain. So once the snap comes here, you'll see Rodgers be able to dictate and identify that pressure. Then once that snap comes, you'll see Williams take that initial step, just peeking, just making sure that this edge defensive end isn't coming. Then when he drops into a zone pressure, you'll notice Williams pivot, and the offensive line does an awesome job of sliding. We're going to watch that back. Everybody's going to move to their left, pick up all available pressure. Now, you'll notice this inside backer right here, Eric Kendricks, did not come. He used what we call a mug technique, where he's going to pretend like he's going to come because the offensive line has to account for him, and then he's going to bail out. What Minnesota is hoping to do is waste the right guard or give him no job in pass pro. But give me an offensive lineman who finds work when he has no work, and I will give you a good offensive line. Watch the right guard, number 65, come through and clean house on the defensive tackle who's trying to cross face on the center, on Corey Linsley, and he's going to go ahead and boom. This right here, this is what we call a slab. Okay, so when offensive linemen have no work, they go find work. Hopefully, a good offensive lineman, if he has no work in pass pro, he's going to go find work. There's an old saying we have, it's simply pass pro is not passive. So he sees the right tackle here, has the end engaged. The end is moving upfield. which means he can now go find work on the inside. As this play develops, he sees his guy doesn't come, the edge is contained, boom, go find work. And we're going to see that in the next part as well against the 49ers when we talk about some of the skill up front involved with these big guys. So that's the scheme element. And obviously that is just one very small portion. I could talk for hours on all the different offensive line pass protection schemes. However, that's a really, really good one out of empty, getting into 10 personnel, using slide protection and peak protection to beat some pressure on a weak overload. And Rodgers has man to the outside, and he's got Devontae for an easy pitch and catch. Again, I'm Coach Hahn. We're going through the 5 S's of Packers pass protection. Stay tuned for the next one where we start to talk about some of the skill of the big guys. Thanks again to Matt for the question. We'll see you for the skill part.